Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Susan Lynn. I'm a psychic and a medium, and I am thrilled to have Kevin here, the healing medium. I know you guys all know him. I mean, I don't know how you wouldn't know him because he's amazing. But if for some reason you don't, he's a medium and he's a psychic, and you're from Canada, right, Kevin?
I am.
You're
Yeah,
you're
I'm
in
on the
you're in
West
Canada.
Coast.
You're
I'm
on the
on
West
Vancouver
Coast.
Island,
Oh,
literally
I
on the
love Vancouver Island.
Yeah.
Actually, I've been there 3 times.
Oh,
That's how much I
you
love it.
have?
Yeah, I really do love it. No, I love it.
When are you
So,
coming back?
tomorrow, don't tempt me. I'm really ready to travel. Like, I've not been traveling much, during the whole thing that went down,
Yeah.
and I am, like, for sure ready to travel. So, yeah, welcome everybody. Thank you guys so much for joining us. So here's how it's gonna go down today. I'm not going to take a lot of time and say hi to everybody. I wanna thank my moderators. Thank you, thank you. And I wanna thank each one of you for being here. It really means a lot to me. Thank you. I will maybe at the end of the video, we'll spend some time chatting and saying hi to everybody. But I feel like you guys are here. Hey, Aiden Reeds Tarot, good to see you. I feel like you guys are here to, get some readings. So you know me, I'm down to business kind of girl.
I love
Um, so let's do it. So I was just talking to Kevin, and we're gonna see what stands out to us as far as questions go, what spirit directs us to see. And if I miss your question, I'm sorry. There's probably going to be a lot of you and a lot of questions. And as you know, we're not going to get to every single one of them, but we're really going to do our best to answer a lot of them and give you guys readings. Today, we're taking psychic readings and mediumship readings. That means if you have a psychic question, put it in the chat. If you have a mediumship, a person you would like to talk to, put that in the chat. You can say, I would like to talk to my dad, Harry, and that's it. You don't have to tell us anything more. And the more specific your question, the better, I find. If you ask Spirit, am I going to get this job? Spirit can tell you. If you ask Spirit, what should I do for my life? It's kind of like asking Google.
Yeah.
Sometimes Spirit can tune in and say, you're creative, go in this direction or whatever. Or you're really more of a self-employed person or what. But again, that's going to be a little bit general. So I find the more specific your question, the more you're going to be helped by the answer. Thank you, Kevin, for being here. I'm just chattering
Susan Lynn,
away.
this is so wonderful. I love it. We read together on Deanne, Shield Maiden Tarot. I just love the way that you work, and it's such a treat. And I know you don't do a ton of lives, so this is a extra special. I feel privileged. Oh my goodness.
Oh, no,
And
no.
you know what, I want to say this. I love this about the community. That one thing that I really recognize that people that don't get their question specifically answered is the space that they hold for other people in it, and they celebrate that and they encourage it. That honestly just makes my heart like 10 times bigger. And in it, the way that spirit works is that we're never excluded in it. So for you just being here, that already there's meaning in that. And the messages that come through, if it feels like it resonates, then it's for you. The way that they will give those little bits of postcards that are, maybe not everything will fit, but and I love that about this community, that they recognize that. So yeah, I love it.
And that's what I love about you, Kevin. Isn't he just his soul? This guy is just like solid gold. I'm telling you.
Aw,
I don't know. It's
bless
amazing.
you.
And I agree. And that, and that also goes on. I'll riff off of what Kevin said and say that also goes with mediumship. Sometimes we're saying, hey, your Uncle Harry's here. And he had a red Corvette and whatever. And your dad might have had a red Corvette, right? So your dad gets with Uncle Harry in the green room, like in the back, and they like,
Yeah.
hey, like let's vibe together and we'll get more messages than one. So for sure that also works with mediumship, I think. So take if you feel like it resonates for you, honey, it's for you, right?
Yeah, it's so true.
Super awesome. Okay, well, let's get rolling. Like you guys know, Kevin and I were talking. I don't do a lot of lives lately. It's I want to do more. As a matter of fact, my guides want me to do more. And Kevin was so awesome to email me. But I'm going to just try to struggle through this, okay? Because I don't have the experience of doing it all the time, right? Okay, let's see what we got going on here in the chat. Let's
Lots
see.
of
And
people.
if you
Thank you
see
all for being
something,
here.
Kevin, let me know. If you see something you want us to read, please try to help me find it. All right. Yes. Yes, this is a good point, Kate, about the remembrance. This is 9/11. And we just want to send love and light to all the families that have lost someone or that experienced the trauma. Okay. Love and light to everybody for sure.
These are moving fast. And I
I've
don't
got
have
it
the
on
star.
slow-mo.
I don't have the star. I can't star
Oh,
any of
you
them.
don't have the star, and I don't know how to
I
make you.
can't.
I don't know how to get you to do that. Can I do that? Can I
Um,
make you a co-host? Watch this. I'm going to
Aiden,
make him a co-host. I'll end up just
perfect.
knocking us both off or something,
If that happens, come back.
Um,
Everyone, come back.
Yes. Okay, guest. How do I make? Do you know if I can make you a
I don't.
co-host?
Oh
Oh,
goodness,
okay.
Aiden, are you still in the house?
Aiden
If
is the
you,
tech guy. I've got
oh
to
my
get with you,
gosh, he's
Aiden.
so
I'm supposed to
wonderful.
be on Aiden's channel, and I went on vacation, and basically all hell broke loose. So, layouts, hotkeys. I don't see it.
Oh,
I
he's still here. Aiden,
yes.
can Susan Lynn make me a co-host so that I can star questions without going out of this live? Thanks everyone for being so patient, and
Yes, thank
I see
you.
lots of questions.
I
I
think
am seeing Ellen Maxwell at 408. Might say different on your time, but
so. That would be
does my son
6:08 my
Michael?
time.
Yeah, does my son Michael have a message? I've seen that a couple times, and so
Okay.
that's
All right. Let's
um,
find it. I'm good with that.
not by coincidence.
Not by coincidence. 6:08. Wow, there are a lot of
Mhm.
comments. I mean, I'm scrolling and I'm on 6:03. I'm at 6:05. Okay. Hi everybody. Thank you guys for spending this evening with us. I swear I will get it together here very shortly and we'll get this rocking and rolling. I'm gonna find you. I'm at 6:07, 6:08. Okay. Who was that name?
I think I saw.
Susie.
Of course, it zipped by. I think it was Ellen. Did I
Oh yeah,
say
you said
Ellen?
it was Ellen Maxwell. Okay, I got you. I got
Mm-hmm.
you, Ellen. Anna.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you guys are gonna see. If you haven't seen this man work, get ready. Amazing. All right, Michael, go ahead, Kevin. Knock our
This is
socks
so.
off.
Okay. My mouth is watering. I don't know. I'm tasting cucumber, which is really random, but I'm
Wow, I
tasting
like my
cucumber.
cucumber with salt. Cucumber,
Yeah,
mouth watering.
interesting. Ellen,
Ellen,
would
let
you
us know.
Yeah, would you understand something about the head? I do have an awareness about my head. Okay, and the month of December being significant. The month of December, and did I say September or December? Because I want to say both December and
I do too.
September.
I want to say
That's
December.
interesting.
Just
Yeah.
like I want to put the letters together. Ellen, if you're here, because you did put this in just a few minutes ago, I think. Let us know if that makes any sense. Because the way I work anyway is once I know I'm corrected to the right Michael, then I just run with it, right? I'm good to go. But if I'm not correct, if we're not connected with the right Michael, then I want to be able to reconnect. Michael, come on, Michael. Oh, her dad had a brain bleed back in 72. So that might be her dad coming through.
Who's the one of three? The one of three. with Michael, would you understand? It just feels really sudden. It feels really sudden. I'm here and then I'm gone.
Yeah.
If I'm with Michael, and
I
I'm
want
hearing
to
the
say,
P name.
okay,
Sorry, Susan.
no, go ahead.
The P name, the like a Pat P name as well, connected to him. I'm gonna pull a couple cards.
I want to say that Michael is, he's smiling. I want to say that he is talkative and can be kind of jokey or, kind of like have fun around family. But I'm experiencing with him is that he's not as talkative in front of other people. Like he's a
Mm.
little quieter. And did you see that comment from Ellen? Excuse me, her dad's name was Jack. And the son was one of three. See, I'm telling you, Kevin is amazing.
Okay.
He's really
Yeah.
amazing.
I feel they come in together, and it's funny that you say that about like just the communication,
Personality.
because here's the thing. Yeah, they want to show us so that we can identify that, because here's the thing, I know this about Susan too. We're really skeptic. And in that, it's because we want to make sure that we're connecting to the right spirit to actually go into the messaging. So in that, we just need some of those pieces. I feel like that would actually play into how he was here on the earth plane. And so your father comes in, and they together kind of they come in together. And so that happens all the time, where it's like, don't forget about me. One
Right.
of
It
those
does happen
moments
all
where
the time. Once you
where it's
open the
like,
door, it's like not just one's coming through, but two or three are going to come
yeah,
behind.
they
So,
have that moment.
Michael, he's showing me flowers. He's showing me flowers. I feel like, and please let me note this, I feel like he's a big guy. Like I'm feeling like meaty hands, like a big, like I don't know if he was a little bit husky
Mm,
or what, but like or maybe he was just a big guy. But when he's giving you the flowers, I just see this kind of big hand.
mm,
I feel like very good guy, a very he might have had some personality. He might have been a little different when he was older. Um, just making any sense to you, dear? We can just give you. I mean, are you getting a message, Kevin, that you would like to just give her?
it's interesting. I'm hearing the music, so there's some connection with music and Michael. And when you were talking about the hands, I pulled two cards. One was the one with the hands, and then the next one was with the flower out in nature. So I feel like that goes into the message that
Okay.
there's this recognition of gratitude, even though things have been turbulent and challenging. And
Good.
the loss of a child is something that the only way I can relate to this is that I'm a son and I have a mother. So the feeling of the love that comes through for you from him is something I can relate to. So in that, he wants to acknowledge your sense of gratitude around things. So even though they get tough and you miss him deeply, he wants you to just be in the nature, in the flower, in the things that bring you the joy. Listening to the music, doing the things that fill you up. That's what really lights him up even more. So that would be the message that he's bringing for you, Ellen. Mm-hmm.
I couldn't agree more. And yes, he has the meaty hands.
Yeah.
He, I mean, I'm sorry, Michael. I mean, that's just what I'm seeing here. Oh, thank you, ML. That's so sweet. Um, I agree completely with Kevin about that he enjoys. He really is the kind of guy that enjoys seeing you take care of yourself. So when you're connecting with a song that was his song, and he's saying you might have even played this song at some sort of reception or funeral or some kind of
Mm,
visitation, when you're doing that, he feels connected to you because you feel connected to him. But I still feel sadness in your heart. I still feel that this is still pretty, hurtful for you. Maybe it always will be as a parent, but he loves you. He sort of can be a little jokey. I mean, he's sort of
mm,
trying to lighten the mood. He's the kind of guy that's like wants to make a joke when things are serious. because he doesn't really know how to, kind of deal with those kind of heavy emotions. He does visit you. He has pranked you, kind of, like he's done things in your house. He's particularly proud of this. I just want to tell you, he's particularly proud of the things that he's done. He calls it shorting out something. Like I don't know if you know how sometimes you plug something into the wall and it just makes a little spark. I'm not sure, but he's calling something that he did shorting out. It wasn't dangerous. He's like, Mom, it wasn't dangerous. It wasn't going to cause a fire or anything like that, but it was just like, he thought it was great. He thought it was funny. Anything else, Kevin, before we move on?
I think that's it. That was, yeah, I feel that's beautiful. Yeah. And I tried to pin something. Aiden was showing me a way to do it, but I think we'd have to leave out of this room, which I wouldn't probably suggest. So we're just going to go with it.
And I'm not sure that if I go into my StreamYard in a separate tab, and Aiden, you can let me know, but if I opened up StreamYard in a separate tab, if I could adjust the administrative part of it while this tab was still live, and if it would take, it would.
Well, he shows me this screen and it has like members.
I know. Can I get there? Can I do it without, let's see.
You can open a new tab, he's saying.
That's what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm opening a new tab. I'm going to go into edit, I think.
And Lise, Anthony, thank you so much for your donation.
Yes.
That's so kind.
Team settings. Is it a team? Did he say a team, dear? Because when I go into the broadcast we're at now, and I only have invite a guest and then edit, when I click on edit.
Add roles under the members, and then there's a little tab that says add roles.
Oh my gosh, this guy's freaking brilliant. Okay, members. Okay, add roles. I'm going to have to add you as a member, I think.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And RN, thank you so much for your donation. That's so kind. And anyone else? Janet, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Kevin will have to rejoin the live stream for the permissions to work. Oh, do you want me to pop out and come back? I can do that.
Okay, it's up to you if you would like to pop out.
I'm doing it because this will work better, I think. So I'm committed.
Okay, he's committed.
Let me back in, Susan Lynn.
I'll let you back in. Don't worry. I've got to, meanwhile, find your email to send you an email so that you can accept the invitation. Can you guys believe this stuff? I'm not that techie, but I am, I am persistent. Okay, hold on. I'm going to send you. Okay, I'm sending you an invite. Okay, and then hold on, you guys. I put him as a team. Okay. Members. Co-host. Okay, so he just has to accept my co-host. Hi, everybody. I'm back. Thank you guys so much for putting up with this. All right. While he's accepting my invitation to co-host, I just think that if he's going to accept my invitation to co-host, that we should do this again in the future where you guys don't have to wait and he can immediately come on the channel and be able to star comments and help us out. So maybe this will be also needing to be an additional thing. T-Barb, I'll get to you. I think I'll get to you next. I'll get to you right after Betty. Let me star both of you. Let's see. Here he comes. All right, Kevin.
We did it. I think we did it.
Why do I feel like I just landed on a spaceship on Mars? I feel like I did something really important. So
that was brilliant.
Thank you, Aiden. Thank you, Aiden. Thank you, Aiden. Thank you, Aiden.
Aiden, thank you.
He is the bomb. Okay, so I'm going to put Betty on the screen. So
Love it.
are you a co-host, Kevin? Do you see it? Can you
I
star
see
things?
it, yeah, and I think I can start. I'm gonna practice a star one. Yep, I can.
Holy smokes, we have 500 people in the chat. What the
Oh
heck,
my god.
guys? Thank you so much for joining us. Okay, well, this has been just like
Oh.
a nightmare so far, but we're gonna be cooking with gas now because Kevin is now a co-pilot and he can pilot this jet.
Look
All right,
out. Yeah,
let's see if we
this is
can connect
wonderful.
with Betty M's son Todd.
Yeah. Oh, this sounds
Jesus Christ.
oh.
So sorry about that.
I think those things happen for a reason. I always welcome them when those little I feel like the dogs are sending message, Betty, if you would understand that. And interesting how sometimes the parallel in the moms, or sometimes it's the dads, or in this case with the sons. That's interesting in that. He's taking me to motor vehicle, so just something
And
about the
chest.
car being
Something about a
significant.
chest.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's Todd, but I'm feeling something in my chest. This is your son, right? Yeah, I hear I love you, mom. And not that the other kid didn't say that. I'm sorry. He implied it with the flowers, but he's just not good with the whole words thing, so I'm sorry about that. I don't know that the chest and the car are related. I don't know, but I feel like I'm having some pressure. Oh, he had a heart attack 6 years ago at 50. Okay. Getting that like strong in my chest. Did he like cars? I feel like I'm with Kevin on that. Like, I don't think he had like a bunch of cars, but I feel like
there's something about the significance of a car.
Thank you, Ellen. And two, he's saying, like something else too is you guys, they can have anything they want now, like, right? So if he always wanted that particular leather seat, that particular, if he's really particular about this, he can have it, right?
Would you understand the two children, Betty? And there's something about the importance of the water for him, and or you. I don't know if you're by the water or just by the water, but there's something about that that he's recognizing. Also, the significance of the month of November. And then I'm also hearing another female, also in spirit, with the J name. If you would understand any of that, Betty.
I'm with you on the water. Something about he liked to be around water. I feel like he either fixes things or he's talking about you needing to fix something, about maybe the upkeep of at your place, like things aren't, he feels like there's some things that aren't being kept up quite so much. Like I feel like there's water, not leaking, but it's, I don't know. He's showing me.
He loved the water, and he was a car salesman.
Well, there you go. See, bada boom, bada bang, boom. Fantastic. Well, you can't beat that. What is he talking about your house? Are you seeing that at all, Kevin? I'm seeing like algae. You know how algae forms like when something is kind of wet?
Yeah. We have that here on this. It's we get the moss.
Yeah.
It's like it's moss. I think
Yeah, it's moss. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Where it's a little bit colder, like not down here in humidity land. Well, he sent mold. Yeah, Pamela. He sends his love to you. He's around you. He's around your house. He's telling me I know what's going on, whatever that means. Did you answer Kevin about the kids? Didn't you ask Kevin about kids?
Oh yeah, I heard something about the two kids, and also with him. This actually happened to me this morning, and so I'm seeing a bird around you, and so there might be the significance of the bird, and like this bird is actually, and this actually happened to me, and they're bringing me back to this where the bird, there was a blue jay, and it was trying to get in my house. Like we have like all windows on the front and doors, and it tried relentlessly to get in the house. It was like tapping on the window. It was like I had a friend over, and we were like, "What is happening?" So just watch for that kind of obscure behavior from the bird specifically, Betty. There's something there, and spirit's ability to manipulate and influence the animals and the the electronics and things like that is easy for them. So there's something about the bird. So hopefully that hopefully you can make sense of that.
No, I'm sure she can. And it turns out she needs to wash the siding on her house. So that makes sense
Oh,
too. So,
yeah.
yeah, the birds are, if they're acting out of the ordinary, I like to say, like that's out of the
Mhm.
ordinary. When a bird is tapping at your window, that's somewhat out of the ordinary.
Yeah. And he's bringing one last little thing. He's just bringing me to the dreams, Betty, about that. I think you might have recently had one about him, and he wants you to see him like that. So it's like how that's just the piece around where he is. He wants you to see you like, or he wants you to see him like that. So it feels like a good dream. Hmm. And sorry for
Yes.
your loss.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. I'm sorry for your loss. I'm sorry for everybody's loss. Everybody that's
I
putting,
know. Oh my goodness.
requests to have mediumship readings. I'm really sorry for your loss. Um,
Mhm.
so oh my gosh, I can even see your stars. This is like
I
amazing.
know. I know. There you go. So I've been starring a few, and
Oh, I love it. Okay. All right. Well, if you don't mind, I'm going to do T-Barb next, and then we'll go to your stars.
you just choose it, and you can just post all of them. You're the best.
No, not, not really. So far, Aiden has bailed me out like big time over here. So I really appreciate both of you. You guys are amazing. All right. T-Barb wants to know if she can hear from her. Whoa.
Oops! I'm
Oh,
so sorry. I'm
that's
so sorry. I
okay.
did.
It's all right. We should freak him out and tell him it was a ghost. Okay. All right. Here from my Aunt Wilma. Okay, your Aunt Wilma, she
Mm,
had an NDE before she passed. Wow, she saw
mm.
colors there we don't see here. What is she doing over there? I think that's such a great question. I love that question of what is she doing over there? And I've heard them say that like I'm trying to describe like a color and I can't. Like I'm
Mm.
telling you that it's fuchsia, but there are no words to describe the kind of the quality of it, right? So that's very, very cool. All right, let's meet Aunt Wilma, shall we?
Mhm. I know this. I mean, but they're saying say it, but there's like the Flintstones and of course the Fred. And I know it feels too
I love it.
cliche, but
No, it's great.
they're suggesting that I say that. I get the sense that she was a caregiver, and that she makes me feel, if this is her, that just people would come to her. She was very trustworthy. So in that, there's still aspects of that, those things that bring us joy, and that we see as our purpose in life. We get to choose what it looks like. The aspects of it, she could do all of it. So there's sometimes the carryover of similar in the spirit world. So for that, I'm curious if you would understand that, from her perspective, the caregiver and the trustworthiness, T-Barb. And I have to scroll down here and see if you're.
Yeah. And I feel like, and please feel free, T-Barb, to say this doesn't resonate. I mean, I'm good with that because obviously there's 578 people in the chat. The odds of me connecting to somebody else's Aunt Wilma are high. Or like Kevin mentioned in the very beginning, like somebody we call them piggyback, like they kind of come in together and then they switch on you. But I'm feeling like your Aunt Wilma was a sort of a force to be reckoned with, in the sense that she could get things done, and she got things done. And I feel this hustle and bustle, but cheerful. I feel like she was cheerful, and she was often helping people, just the way Kevin is saying, and kind of going from one person to another person. She was busy. She had this sort of busy energy. So over there, and she's smiling, really cheerful, happy. And over there, I feel like that's what she's doing. Just like Kevin said, I think that she's hustling and bustling. She's checking in on people. And you better believe that when somebody crosses over, and even a pet, she's going to be there. She's going to be, Missy right on the spot to greet them or to help them cross over. Does that make any sense to you, T-Barb? She might have had to step away from our...
Yeah, she said yes, a whirlwind, and she had acknowledged about, and I'm sorry I made the question go away by accident, because she was acknowledging the caregiver. She took care of her and the husband, I think it was, so she did understand that.
Great.
T-Barb, she keeps showing me butterflies around you, so I'm curious if you connect with the butterfly specifically with her. And there is... Okay, there's the message that I get from her is the importance of community. So that's something that I felt like she would have been in demonstration of, and that she's encouraging you to be in that community. So just acknowledging sometimes we just need that outside help from people. Okay, and that you have that community within the spirit world. So you can draw that support, that sense of community from both worlds, she's saying. So that's the encouragement, the message that she's bringing forward for you, T-Barb. And just, I'm checking in a couple times about this. And I'm not a doctor, and this is for entertainment purposes only, of course. And it's just the acknowledgement around that sometimes when we get worked up and we get stressed, our blood pressure can rise. So just being in your grounding and in that sense of calm, so the stress release is important. So I'll leave you with that.
Fantastic. That is fantastic, Kevin. Yes, and I would just add that she's around. I think Kevin already said this, but she's just showing me she's around you guys. And I feel like she's guiding certain family members. She sort of gives them little messages. And I feel like these family members are either your kids or they would be of that age. You know what I mean? Like, it's not your level. It's like a level under that. But there are some people that she sort of tries to help kind of navigate a little bit. So thank you. Thank you, T-Barb.
So nice. Carmela, thank you so much for your donation.
Thank you, Carmela. And Kevin, did you happen to star the people that gave super chats, or they kind of go away?
I actually don't. I don't know. Okay. Yes.
Okay. I can do some of them. Some of them go away. Like, how do I get them back? And when things are moving quick, they really go away. So I'm starring all the super chats just so that I can make sure that I thank you guys and see if we can't find some time. And so I guess on my side, Kevin, when I star it, it doesn't show up. But on your side, if you star it, it does show up. Is that what happened? Or you clicked on the actual thing? Never mind. That's what.
Yeah, I clicked on it.
Okay, I figured it out. I get there sometimes. All right, well, pick a new one, Kevin. Load us up. Give us our next question.
All righty. I'm going to unstar that because we've done it. We've done Betty and we've done that one. So I'm going to...
He's so organized.
This guy here, Susie Buckingham. If you're still here, brother-in-law John. John. Yeah, I'm also hearing the name Michael, Susie. I'm also hearing the name Michael. Michael, the M name feels...
Micah? Michael, yeah.
Yeah. I'm like,
I know. Well, that's what I do too. I like sound it out phonetically. Like, could it be Mary? Could it be Micah? You know, it's weird how we hear it. It's not Okay. Thank you, Susie. Hopefully you'll give us some validation if this makes any sense, because we'll then just jump right on in. Thank you, Susie. I'm getting I somebody in your family. I'm not sure that this is John. Now I'm thinking it's Michael or Micah. I'm getting like a pipe or a cigar or something. Like I'm getting something. Could even just be a piece of straw, but there's something like a toothpick. You know how people have those things that they just kind of have something in their mouth. I feel like I'm getting that for one of these guys. There seems to be at least one or two different men here for you, Susie. I feel like your grandfather's also here.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Kind of overseeing, in a way, kind of quiet, but overseeing this. I feel like he's a family man. I feel like he's telling me, I feel like I'm sorry I had to go. I'm sorry I had to go. There's something about having to leave. I mean, a lot of times, we don't want to leave, right? But he just feels like he left behind a responsibility that he was sorry to have to leave behind, is the message that I'm getting. Does any of this make any sense to you, Susie, at all?
I have been watching for her comments and I don't see her in the chat.
If it doesn't make sense, just let us know. That it's not a problem. We just want to dial in and get the validation, yay or nay, so we can move on. John.
I'm short of breath if this is John, I'm short of breath. I have a labor to my breathing.
Okay.
I keep trying to take a full breath and I'm not able to.
Yeah, great.
Susie, if you
She's not here according to Pamela. So
okay.
let's if you watch this on replay, Susie, I would say that John is sorry that he's from John or Grandpa. Okay, here she goes back again.
From John or my grandpa.
Well, does what we're talking about make any sense for John or your grandpa?
Yeah.
I mean, if it doesn't make any sense for John, let's just stick with John. Thank you, Catherine. Again, he's saying about having to leave. Do you get the sense that he's been gone quite a while, John? Do you get a sense for that at all? Like how long he's been gone? See, he feels up high to me. Like, oh, now he's coming back down. We saw her, Lisa. She had a question. Thank you, Lisa. She had a question about whether or not we're talking about the grandpa or John, but I don't know. Susie, can you just tell us if anything we said has made any sense to you at all?
Yeah.
We really need to know so that we can just move on if it doesn't.
Yeah. John collapsed.
Okay, here we go. John collapsed, so the die. Okay, thank you. There we go. I'm telling you, there's so many people in chat. Go ahead, Kevin.
So I didn't mean to interrupt you. I feel aware of the man with that would wear the hat. And I did have labored breathing. So I don't know if that's if this is him or not. I feel the energy that comes through because I also am aware of grandfather, and I feel that's on mom's side. In that, the energy that comes forward for you, Susie, because I said just go to the message for us. The energy that comes through is the acknowledgement about the bit of direction that you need. And so in your life, if you feel that resonates, just the energy of the direction, that things are going to become clearer. So they're working with you in just actually providing you a little bit of the encouragement in the direction. So I don't know if it's a choice or decision that you have to make. Sometimes it can be within, because they're bringing this feeling in around just navigating in relationship. They're supporting you. So that comes through with such a strong sense of love and support in relation to what you're going through. So that feels like the message collectively. So I'm not certain which is which, unless you recognize the one with the hat. That's the one that was doing more of the speaking, if you will. But I do feel an awareness to the grandfather as well. So, yeah.
Perfect. Okay, Susie, I hope that message is healing and helpful for you. And thank you so much for being here. And sorry for your loss of your brother-in-law.
Yeah.
All right, we have quite a lot of people in chat. So again, for the mediumship readings, and also I guess for the psychic, but especially for mediumship, if we pull your question, please try to just be right there on your keyboard. And even if you just type in a few things like, yes, that makes sense, or no, it doesn't, that'll help us move really quickly, and we'll be able to do more readings for people. So go ahead, Kevin, do you want to dial up another, spin the roulette wheel?
Got it.
All right.
Got it. We've got Sunny Intuition. I frequently smell strange things like cigarette smoke in my living room. I don't smoke. I know people are here with me, but I would like to know if they are family or strangers, please. Interesting. I hear the D name, the D male name. If you would understand that, the D male name.
Do you think it's family? So you're telling me you're pretty sure it's family.
Oh, I guess I am.
No, that's fine. I just want to make the distinction.
Yeah, I'm going to go with that. Yeah. Good one. I wasn't even aware of that. You know, sometimes you're separate from like just trying to process it. So thank you.
Well, obviously, yeah, I think it's not sure. Okay, Sunny Intuition says not sure. I think it is family. I think that's why Kevin immediately knew it was family. I mean, he was already getting a name. Unless you got a ghost that he's going to give you the name of Dean or Dean D. I think it is family. All of a sudden I got electrician, like someone that was an electrician or did some sort of work around construction or something like that. Sorry guys, it's on slow mode. We have to have it on slow mode because otherwise the trolls come in and we can't get to them. It should only be on a minute, I think. Okay, so oh, I'm getting cousin. I'm getting a cousin. Cigarette smoke. No, girlfriend, you got a lot of people in your family that smoke. I'm going up. I'm going up like uncle, or I'm going up the chain of your family. If it's a cousin, it's like a higher up cousin, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. Uncle Bob, would that be on Dad's side? I feel it's familial. It's like I don't see it as just one person. I feel like
Exactly.
It's it just feels collective again, where it's like it's such a supportive. So it's like a good way to get. Would you understand this time with some new beginnings, Sunny? And you don't have to go into detail of what that is, but that's kind of the energy. So it's this acknowledgement around that. They just really want to like stop you to bring you to the recognition of where you're at. So kind of looking at the past and looking at the future, great, but they really want you to just be in the present moment. So the feeling of it is the smoke is actually just a distraction to get you to just be present to the moment with whatever is kind of new beginning. That's the energy that comes through. I can't place it just in one, although I did see you say Uncle Bob, and if that's on, I think you said Uncle Bob. Anyways, whatever I said about dad, bear with me, but I do feel it is family for sure. I do get a strong sense of familial. So that is what I get.
Perfect. I'm trying to change the slow mode. I'm pretty sure that I only have it on 1 minute, guys. I don't have it on very long. It's not like 3 or 4 or 5 minutes, but it might be a minute, and I think that might be the least I can do. So I'm trying to multitask here and do readings all at the same time. So I agree with Sunny Intuition. If it's I don't think it's, I mean, I don't feel like it's really bothering you. I think you're curious about it, and I agree with everything that Kevin said. It's really sometimes they do this to show you have abilities, right? Sometimes they show up because the message here is that if you can smell cigarette smoke, then you can connect across the veil. You know, maybe that's something you already knew, but if it's something you already knew, I think the next message would be, why aren't you doing more with it? Or maybe they're sort of trying to prod you or kind of tempt you to do a little bit more with it, if that makes any sense. Okay, great. Yes, Sunny. So I think this person, I mean, I'm going to be honest. I don't sense, like, a lot of times I sense like some teasing energy. You know what I mean? Like, we just want to kind of be a thorn in their backside. I don't really sense that. I kind of feel like they're trying to push you a little bit to do a little bit more with your abilities. That's kind of what I get out of this.
It does feel purposeful in that.
Yes, right. All that. I use 37 words, and Kevin's like, it feels purposeful. Thank you, Kevin. Perfect.
And the dog agrees. I love it.
And the dog agrees.
We got the dog. Yeah,
Ellie is important. On Kevin's team. All right, now we know how this is going to go down. Don't worry, I'll be there in a week with her, and she's my new puppy, so she's really a challenge. All right, Kevin, load us up. Spin the wheel. Don't we need a wheel like a?
There is a wheel. Honestly, Aiden has that figured out too. I mean, his intelligence is
Aiden, my God, dude. He's on it. Okay, we'll do it, dude. He's brilliant.
This one caught my eye. My husband passed 3 years ago. Will I ever have another great love anytime and when? Sorry for your loss. It's so hard.
Yes, sweetheart.
Oh my goodness.
And I feel like your husband is giving you the go ahead. He's saying, look, it's time. It's time for you. And I know you're lonely. I can sense that you're lonely, and he feels that you're lonely. Did your husband like steak and potatoes? Was he a steak and potatoes kind of guy? So anyway, yeah, I think so. What do you think, Kevin?
He makes me want to giggle, and that doesn't take a whole lot, but I feel like a good sense of humor with him. And he just wants you to be in that energy where it's like, you can take a breath. He's saying, so to just be on the exhale, life is good. And yes, there's nothing but encouragement for you too. And that just goes, other people I think here need to hear this as well. There's always the encouragement from the other side when we lose, our mates, our soulmates, our partners in that, they always are supportive for us to live our life. That actually makes them, if happy was a thing there, that just puts them in that love expression even that much more. So nothing but encouragement. So I pulled, not even knowing, the Caterpillar, which is the opportunity card. I feel like, yes, like that's a pretty sassy looking caterpillar. It feels quite sassy and sensual, and so in that, yes, be your self-expression, he's saying, and yes, there is love there for you, and you being in that knowing is a very attractive magnet, if you will, for bringing, for drawing that connection together. So, yeah, so experiencing life, that's the certainty butterflies are free.
Yes. Yes. I just want to say that I don't know, but he's putting his arms around you. I feel like you really
Ah,
particularly liked hugs. I feel like he could give a bear hug, and I feel like you really miss that. And I think that hug is actually symbolic too of being cared for, of this sort of masculine protection, that kind of yin and yang kind of thing. So I think that's something that's in your future, and it's okay, dear, to want that, and it's okay to have it. And I think it's there for you. I really do. You're still healing a little bit, but you're going to get there. All right. Thank you, dear. We send you love.
ah.
Kevin, spin the wheel.
Spinning it. Here we go.
I just start a
Spinning,
bunch of
spinning,
the super
spinning.
chats just because I feel I'm so grateful to you guys
Actually,
for
I'll
you
take
guys.
that. Thank you. Yeah, I actually, good point. So, Barbara, thank you so much for
Thank
your
you, Barbara.
donation.
Thank you to all of you. Oh my
And
God, my dogs are
Cheryl,
playing.
I love your
Thank you,
dogs.
Cheryl.
And
Thank you,
Catherine, thank you
Catherine.
so much.
Thank
I'm
you.
just going to do all of these now.
Thank
Maria,
you,
thank you
Maria.
so much.
Yes. Oh,
So
thank you,
kind.
darling.
Darling,
You guys are
aw,
amazing. Thank you
that's
so
so
much.
nice. I've been looking forward to this all week.
Me too. Me too. I mean, I was a little
The
nervous,
alcohol
to be honest with you. I was a little bit nervous. This guy has got the chops, right? Like I'm over here, like,
takes one to know one, missus. So there you go. Yeah. This one's drawing my eye. So
okay.
Joanne Sains, I'm not sure if I say your last name right. I could really use some words about my future. Interesting. Yeah.
Someone is saying everything is going to be okay.
Mhm.
I think you feel uncertain. I think that you don't, some people don't like change. Some people love change. I
Mm.
think you don't like uncertainty. You're one of those people that wants the GPS to be loaded up and telling you what turns to take, right? Other people are like, oh, well, just kind of like, we'll wing it. And I feel like you're in one of those times in your life where maybe maybe your life is in wing it mode, but I feel like everything is going to be fine. And they're guiding you, dear. You're not necessarily
Mhm.
seeing it really, but if you'll just take some deep breaths, do some deep breathing every day, try to disengage from the thinking. You're trying to think your way out of something, and it's just kind of making you, I feel like you're a mouse in a maze and you can't find your way out. So they're saying just take some deep breaths, do a little meditation, and just know that you're being guided, and you'll hear the guidance, you'll feel the guidance more easily. What do you think, Kevin?
Interesting. Someone was just asking about the question. Should we close the question? Because we do have a fair bit starred.
Oh yeah, yeah, let's close.
So we will, yeah,
There's
just to
no way we could be talking and be a marathon. Let's see how we'll get depends on. We'll get some chips and water, and I don't
it's a
know.
sleepover.
That's a sleepover. My dogs would end that. Right now is their dinner time. So they're like, if you're not gonna feed us, we're gonna go in the other room and wreak holy havoc. So
Oh my gosh. Um, Joanne, I feel an invitation, spirits encouraging you to be in the stillness, and they're recognizing, they want you to know that the courage that you have, stripped down is simply, not so simply sometimes, a choice. And so instead of looking so far out, they want you to really be, and we were just saying this earlier, and I forget who it was for, but it's kind of a continuation of that. To really be in the present moment takes something, especially because of the world that we live in. So the invite would be to go into the stillness, which will just bring your mindfulness to the direction, the answers. We all have that ability. And yes, it's okay to ask for assistance. And that's actually what they encourage us to do. But there's such wonder around you, and nothing but fulfillment. And that you are actually the one that they want to recognize that is powerfully creating that. So in it, just find that stillness, whether it just be little moments each day. That is, it will lead you to the blessings. It will be, it just feels so beautiful around you. So yeah, your future looks wonderful, and right now looks wonderful. So, okay, so the reminder, everything is temporary. You know, when it's really great, we can remind ourselves that it's temporary. And when everything's not so great, we can also remind ourselves that it's temporary. So all the best to you in that.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. It's beautiful what you said. You're safe. You're safe. I just need to tell
Mm-hmm.
you that you're safe. All
Yeah.
right. You guys are all amazing. Thank you so much. All right. Kevin's going to spin the wheel again, and we're going to be surprised.
I'm totally going
D?
to this one. I saw a cat, and I have a sister with, well, Deanna, but we call her D sometimes. So I was drawn. Spirit said choose that one.
Okay.
So now, you know what? I didn't even read the questions. So
He just saw cat. No problem. We can do this.
hi,
Pookie
Susan. Can I have a
Bear.
check on my
Oh,
cat,
Boo
Pookie Bear,
Boo.
aka Boo
Oh.
Boo? She passed in June, and I never knew what ailed her. I just want to be sure that she's okay, and if she has any messages for me. She didn't want you to know, because the worry and the upset, in the whole thoughts of like, it feels like with your energy that would have created all of the I should have, I could have, the guilt, the upset. And animals are so intuitive in that. So she actually assisted you. Be with that, she's saying. So just know, yes, all of our loved ones, all of our animals, they are always okay. That is first and foremost. And that's the number one thing that people always want to know. It goes without saying, in the thousands of readings that I've done, I've never come in communication with a spirit that said, I am not okay. So yes, your cat is okay for sure. Mm-hmm. And a message for you, absolutely.
I feel like she's with a grandmother. She's with your
Aww.
grandmother, a grandmother. She's on somebody's lap. I feel like she could be a queen. Like she just knew that she was special. So you know, if there's a lap and she wanted to be on it, she would. If she didn't, she wouldn't. But she knew that humans loved her. She knew she was loved. Um, and you loved her. I mean, this was a special cat. This was a special pet. She was very near and dear to you, but she's fine. Also, she's with a male. Maybe she's with a male. She's with a guy. She particularly likes him. He's clean shaven. She likes to rub against his cheek. Anyway, she's fine. Like Kevin said, he's absolutely right. They're all fine, but we miss them, and we want to know if they're doing okay. And she does visit you sometimes. You're still grieving. I'm so sorry, Dee. I can tell that she was a special. You know, look, I love all my animals, but there's a few that just sort of, for some reason, there's more synergy between me and them. She's perfectly fine. What about the tuna? She's like, what about the tuna or salmon? There's something about, she wants to know what about it? Like, where is it? What do you think, Kevin?
It's beautiful. She keeps showing me, like she's showing me that there's this box or this container that has some of the toys in it and some of her stuff, and I can hear the conversations around these, and you feeling them in your hands. And it was like, what she showed me was like, you found one, and it was like, well, didn't I already find this one and put it in the box or something? But it's like, I don't know if you keep finding them. It just feels a little bit mischievous around it in a playful kind of way, but that she wants you to know, that the card that I pulled was the the heart home, and it's all about the compassion, the bond that she has with you. It's not, and that's the thing about it. It's not that they had it with you; they still have it with you. So that connection will always remain with her. So it just felt really beautiful, and that. Yeah, I mean, it was her time. So in that, I think I did read your message about the hiding, and that's what they do. They also do that for our sake, and in it they don't want to leave, but in the body it can only sometimes take so many years. So in that, yeah, she's okay. Mm-hmm.
Sadly,
Yeah.
she's more okay than you are, right? I mean,
Yeah.
sadly, on the other side, they're in much better shape than we are here.
Oh, that's interesting. She loved the tuna and the salmon. She loved it more than chicken or the beef. Yes, she sells a box of toys that I will still keep, and I keep finding her toys
Oh,
all over. But it's almost like there's one, and maybe it hasn't happened yet, but you're like, I thought I put this in the box. Just watch for that, because they have that ability. So, um,
that gave me
all the
chills. That's
best to you.
beautiful, Kevin. That's
Aw.
beautiful. Thank you,
Oh boy.
Dee. Our heart
Our
goes out to
fur
you.
babies. I
We've lost fur
know.
babies. We've all lost
Oh,
fur babies. It doesn't get any easier.
so
And
hard.
I'm so sorry,
Mm.
dear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Let's spin the wheel. We'll have another. Kevin, will you do this with me again?
Hello, yes.
I was a little worried there for a minute. He was not gonna. I was like, oh shoot, I shouldn't have done this live. I should have waited and asked him in private. Um,
1,000 times yes. Oh my gosh, that would
well,
be,
we'll do it again, and we'll let you know. I
yeah.
did give you guys a few days notice. For me, that's pretty good. Uh, anyway, we will do it again, guys. Go
I'm
ahead,
just going
Kevin.
to,
Spin the
yeah.
wheel.
Girl on Arts, thank you for your donation. And
Thank
Any
you,
Baby, thank you
Crystal.
so much. We've
Thank you.
got, okay, I will just unstar this.
I left all the organizational stuff for
I
Kevin.
love it.
Now that he's a co-host, he's in the background starring and unstarring, and I'm over here just hanging out with you guys.
Yeah, I love it. Spirits Laughing, are you still here?
Oh, I hope
Spirits
so.
Laughing.
I love your
Spirits
name. That's
Laughing.
a wonderful
Yes.
name. And I love your picture, your little icon picture.
Mhm. Yup.
I know we've been on here a long time, so let us know if you're still here so that we can do a reading and give you some feedback and get some validation.
Lisa Foster, thank you. She thinks we're great together.
Thank you, Lisa. Oh, Kathleen. Kathleen, you guys, our questions are closed, so I feel bad that you guys are doing super chats. Conscious, essence, and conscious. If it was Milky Way, just disappeared. Oh, there it goes.
Where did
Um,
that go?
was this a dream or a real experience? This was a real experience, Kathleen. I'll go ahead and just tell you. I asked Unseen Consciousness if that was the Milky Way or a dream or real. I mean, you guys, when we're talking about our subconscious and astral traveling, real and dream is a little bit interchangeable, but as far as they're concerned, it's real. Um, she's still here. Okay, great.
Oh,
Spirits laughing.
perfect.
Let's roll. Thanks, mods. You guys rock.
Hmm. Okay, what was this one?
Brother
Deceased.
Jimmy.
My brother Jimmy, deceased, used to play with the youngest son, James, when he was around 2 to 3. James, now deceased. So James
Oh, I'm
and Jimmy
so
are both deceased.
sorry. That's just terrible.
Oh,
Okay.
interesting.
A very needy brother being the same person as the son.
I don't fully understand the question.
Did the brother reincarnate? Did the son reincarnate as the brother? I think the brother Jimmy was deceased already and used to play
Oh,
with Joe.
okay.
This is like one of those word things. The
Okay, yeah,
truck
yeah, yeah.
left Ottawa and it
Yeah.
had 27 tomatoes. I never could do those things, right? I never could do those things. But anyway, I think what you're saying is this person reincarnated. Please let me know if I've got it wrong. Um, I don't know what you get, Kevin, but I feel like
I'm going to say that yes, it's a possibility. Do I feel it here?
right. That's the thing. I think he's blending. I feel like they blend a lot, and this happens a lot with pets.
Yeah.
People say, is this reincarnation of my pet 3 pets ago in this current pet? I'm having the same problem right now. I'm even calling my dog all of a sudden out of the blue. I'm calling her the nickname of my dog that has been gone for 10 years, right?
Right.
I think they just come in and blend. And then you see the attributes of that person or that pet in this current person. Yeah, Pamela did the math for me, and apparently 6 tomatoes arrived. So it's all good. This is how I got through school. I'm like sitting next to people like Pamela who could figure out there was 6 tomatoes. Okay.
My guides are saying no. So I'm just going to be really direct because I feel like you, Spirits Laughing, you will resonate with the direct in it. This is just what I'm getting. I get no, and I do see some similarities, and that goes without saying. And because in the lineage there are those similarities, but I see some very independent, separate personality traits and stuff. So in that, my guides are actually saying no, that it's not. Is it possible that can? Absolutely, but in this case it does not feel like it. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. So
I agree. I was just saying blending. They're blending their energy. It's not an actual reincarnation. You guys must have missed some of what I said. I was just giving you an example of how this happens in pets. It can also happen in humans. I wasn't saying that your brother was a pet, obviously.
yeah.
I'm sorry if that's what you got, but no, I was just giving you an example that had to do with pets. I agree with Kevin. It's not a reincarnation. I do think that they blend energy sometimes, and you can see some of their attributes in this certain person. So yeah, I agree with Kevin 100%. You want to spin the wheel and see what we get?
I'm on it. And thank you all for coming in. There's still people coming in. Gary, thank you so much. So kind of you. Spirits Laughing, we've done that one. All righty.
Thank you guys so much.
This one's catching Spirit saying, cast the first stone. Aloha. Well, aloha back to you. Are you still
We'll
here?
be right
Cast
there.
the first stone. Totally. We are
Oh,
on
sorry.
our way.
Did I just invite myself to your? Okay, sorry. All right, a few weeks. For the last few weeks off and on, I've been waking during 3 a.m. and crying and saying, "Mom, oh, I'm so sorry, dear. That is hard."
Yeah. Curious if she's still, or they are still here.
Are you still here, Cast First Stone? If you are, please just. Oh, here, she's here. He's here. It's
Love
here.
it.
I get love, a lot of love for you, a lot of love energy and care, like caring about you, caring for you, checking to make sure you're okay. Not checking to make sure you're okay. It's something about, are you okay? You are okay. She's saying you are okay. She wants to comfort you. I don't know if you're going through something at the moment. Thank you, Gary. That's so sweet of you. Thank you so much. Wow, that is so sweet of you. I hope you guys don't mind, but I'm pretty sure that I'm going to take all of your super chats and donate it to Beto O'Rourke to win governor of Texas. So
there you go.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. What are you getting there? Kevin, are you getting something?
Yeah, I got I'm what you were saying just about going through something. I did get the healing of the heart, and the sacred reverence. It just feels like just that the sacred reverence card. It's such a deep bow of of course, it's love and just deeper. It just really brings me to the connection that you have with your mom. And in that, she just wants you to, it's like, it's so interesting. And so she's doing that, this, and you're the one part, and she's the other part of it. Yeah. And you've seen it where it's like they'll have the necklaces, or the jewelry in that, but there's just such a connection there that will never, go away. So there is some healing of the heart, some healing that she's assisting in, and not a heart condition. Don't take that the wrong way. Just the healing of the heart, the mending of, just on the emotional level is what she's saying. And it's really funny. And so, as I'm connecting more with your energy, I can see all these animals around you, and these animals are like it's like circus, and there's dogs and cats, and there's like a bird on the dog's head, and like all of these animals. She wants you to surround yourself in that kind of, energy. So yes, I feel you are connected to the animals. Um, yeah, it feels playful. There's the invitation to bring in the playfulness. It feels like the medicine that's coming through is to be playful.
Healing.
You're
It's healing.
it
That is
is.
healing for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's okay to heal. It's okay to feel. I feel like that crying, that she's trying to help you understand that you're not letting, I don't know if you've grieved. I'm not sure if you've let it out of your heart. I'm not sure if you've, do you know what I mean? Gone through the grief process all the way,
Mm.
because I feel like that's what she's trying to say is, honey, heal this heart. I love you. I want you to be okay. I want you to be able to, be happy again. Like Kevin is saying, heal the heart with the animals. It's beautiful.
Perfect. All right. Well, hopefully, do I have any more starred? I think I do. How much time do you want to go for? We're at an hour and 10, just to.
I'm good. I can go for another 20 minutes or something. We can make
Perfect.
it an hour and a
Yeah,
half.
I love it. I
I
love
didn't
it.
buy the Depends, so I'm not ready for the 24-hour thing. I'm just not ready.
That's funny. We'll do that next time.
We'll do that next. Don't give him any ideas, Kevin. Don't give him any ideas.
Kevin said,
Yeah,
oh
it's
my
a wild
gosh.
group.
I mean, I also do lives on my channel, the
Please.
Healing
That's
Medium.
awesome.
So we do usually at least, probably 2 shows a month of all just, questions, personal questions, mediumship. So if you feel called to come check out my channel, be more than happy to, because as we won't get to everybody, come on
Please
over to
check
my
out his
channel.
channel, the healing medium, right?
That's it. Yeah,
The
that
healing
is
medium
it.
on YouTube. Um, yes.
Yeah.
And let's get his subscriber count up. I don't know what it is, but let's get it up.
It is. Well, I just started my channel at the end of May. So I'm almost 5,000,
That's
which is good.
amazing.
Yes, it's growing. Yes. I
Like a
love every one of
rocket.
those 5,000 people.
Yes, like a
I
rocket.
love.
He's amazing. Isn't he amazing, you guys?
Aw,
All right.
thank you,
So do we have
Susan.
someone else? Oh, does my
Oh, I
daughter
think I
Julie
did.
have a
Yeah.
message? Okay.
Christine. Does my daughter Julie have a message for me?
Gosh, I'm
Lots
so
of
sorry for
moms that
your
lost
loss.
children.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm
I
so
know.
sorry. That's
And the truth is, I didn't like just starring them. I didn't read all of the questions, and how this is occurring is not by coincidence, as you know. So, yeah, it's special. So for all of you that have lost anyone, and for all of you that have lost children, so much love for you. That's so nice. Someone caught there's 555 watching, and I love it when
oh,
people point
that's
those
nice.
things
Yeah,
out.
synchronicity.
There's
Yes.
my
Oh,
daughter
thank you for
Julie.
subscribing to Kevin's channel. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Does the like Steph, not just in spirit, Christine, but does that sound familiar? Stephanie, the S name, Stephanie. Does she have a message for you?
I'm getting something about Julie's back or her
Mm.
lungs. Like sometimes with your back, it's really your lungs, or feels like I think it might be her lungs. I will say, you know what? I'll say that Julie is honestly, she's happier. I don't know
Mm.
what she went through. Maybe she went through a protracted illness or whatever it was. She feels like I have this feeling of, whew, I'm out of that body. I'm finally out of that body, or that body was heavy, or it was not well. Um, I don't think she always felt that. I don't think like she always felt that. But now that she's over there, she can understand. Like she has a new renewed sense of how much she went through. Um, and she wants to thank you. Oh, and now I'm sensing
Mm.
something in my abdomen. She wants to thank you, Mom. Um, she's sh there's a lot of emotion around this. She wants to thank you for being the mother, for being a mother to her, for
Mm.
um she says you were a great mom. I think you have questions about that. I don't know, doubts, but she
Mm.
says, how could you doubt it? She's like, you were a great mom. Um, she wants to thank you. She wants to thank you for everything you did for her. What are you getting there, Kevin?
It just caught my eye here. It's Betty Harper. Kevin, please take a look at my question. Thank you. I'm not sure which one, and I don't see you on the. We didn't start. Obviously, we didn't start everybody, so I'm not sure if it was a question. Um, I'm not sure what you're referring to. Is what I'm actually saying. So I do apologize. Um, Christine, it's interesting that you talked about like that role, Susan Lynn, because the feeling that I get is that, and Christine, this is from her perspective. Is if it's Julie that I'm connecting with, the energy that she makes me aware of is from her perspective. Is that she not that she felt like she was the parent, but that she wanted to just like that's what who she was for people, including you. So in that, if you would understand from her perspective that aspect of your relationship she wants to acknowledge, and she really went quick to the message. So her communication felt quite direct and specific. So I feel her ability to communicate and self-express was really natural for her. I pulled a few cards. I heard pull three. So I got the Me Talks card. I got the Spirit of the River card and the Dust Devil card. And what that really feels like is the attention around the self-care into relation or in relation with the kind of moving forward. It just feels like there's a bit of the Dust Devil, like just a little bit of the stagnant kind of feeling, and you moving through that. She's encouraging you to do that. So it's like just putting it into connection with how you take care of yourself is really important. So I don't know if you'd understand. Okay, I'll leave it at that. I don't want to get too personal, but
Yeah.
I will leave it at that. But that feels like a really strong encouragement from her. So I'll leave that with you.
Of self-care.
Yeah.
Okay. I agree. I agree. I hope that's helpful to you, Christine. We're sending you love and light, dear. Take really good care of yourself.
Okay, Betty, this is what it says. I'll just read this quick here. I haven't been able to. Oh, I lost it. Bear with. I think it might be. I haven't been able to remember my dreams for a month. I keep prayer to my guides and guardian angels and higher self. I feel so alone without them. Oh, okay. We're never alone, Betty. And sometimes our ability to place our attention and see things in that illusion they're saying, we are never alone. And so There's support from all of it, the angels, your guardians, your, the loved ones that have passed. It's interesting. They hear you. And so in that, know that they hear you. We all go through times where our trust in things that sometimes that we don't feel, we can step away from that, but we are never not connected, never, not any one of us. And none of us are separate from the blessing and miracle that Spirit will walk this life with us. So just know, perhaps you just needed that reminder today. So lots of love to you, Betty.
Absolutely. I agree. And all of a sudden I've got something in my throat.
That's okay. And see, just in that, Betty, because Spirit made me catch your comment. So that's the validation. And I love that because there's so many, but that really stood out. So you needed to hear that. And I'm glad that they pointed it out to us to bring this forward. So
that is so
lots of
true.
love to
There's
you.
probably 100 comments, and
Yeah.
he pulled yours out and it wasn't even starred. So hopefully that's validation to you that, your guides are with you. And they communicate to us through so many other ways besides just dreams, right? You hear a song on the radio, you
Yeah.
have a thought that you say, I don't know what made me think this, but I decided to do this, or I know this. That's your spirit guides. They're with you in so many different ways. Thank you, Kevin.
Yeah.
Anybody else you want to dial in?
What do we got here? I got this one here. I love this name, Linea.
Beautiful.
Linea. If this is okay, my mother, Lynn, is asking if there are any messages from my dad, Richard. She frequently feels him sitting on her bed. Yes, she does. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's her husband, Richard.
Yeah.
What's
so
that?
Linea's
Yeah.
I'm giggly. I'm sorry. Spirit makes me laugh. They're like, of course it was me. Like, how could you miss me? That's what I heard. Yeah.
Who
How
else
much more
did you
obvious?
think it would be sitting on
Yes.
your bed?
Like,
Yeah.
how much more obvious do you want me to make it?
Yeah.
That's it. It's like, yeah, within their abilities and what they can do. And yet we still sometimes question, and not that you were questioning it.
Yeah. No,
It's definitely okay. My mother, Lynn, is asking if there's any
it's
message
common.
from my dad. Yeah.
It's
So her
common to
husband.
question it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
And
It is. I definitely believe
Yeah.
it's Richard. But I think Richard had a dry sense of humor. Because I'm laughing with you. It's like he's like,
Yeah.
who else would it be?
Yeah.
Who else are you letting in your bedroom?
Yeah.
But he has
Yeah.
this sort of dry sense of humor. It's not a loud, it's sort of he's cute. I would call him cute. He would not, that's not something I just love his personality. Okay. Great.
He's showing me like I see like mom and dad hand in hand, and they're just so in love and so separate from the world in a way that I think that there's meaning and medicine in this for all of us, in how they were able to just be really in the moment, and in that their love was so strong. It's like your dad brings through the beautiful uncaging and the power of purpose. And there's like what I'm drawn to there is just like, it's the bullseye, like the love that he has for mom was just like no other. And in that, it was his life purpose, he feels, was meeting your mom and raising the family. It goes without saying that it was it gave him purpose in life. That was it. And it was really simple. And I feel like dad, along with his personality, it was very simple. And those were the things that brought meaning to him. So there's nothing but love there for, of course, you and for mom. So, and then there's some other siblings, he's saying. So, Yeah, lots of love there.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And she just chimed in and said that he had a sense of humor. So that's why
Mm.
you were chuckling when you tuned into him. And yeah, he's like, who else would be in your bedroom? So yeah, I agree. And I couldn't, I love the way Kevin frames this, the way he communicates. You guys, we're seeing pictures, we're feeling
Mm.
things, we're getting like a lot of different type of stimuli, and we have to kind of then take all that and put it into words. I love the way Kevin talks about it. I love that, and I see that. I see your dad and your mom as a unit. It's
Mm.
almost like he said it was us against the world, meaning that they often felt like they had each other's back. Not only that, but they did things as partners. You know, he would consult her, she would consult him before they did big things, you know, before they would buy that house or before they would do these things. They often knew they had each other's back. I mean, now that is a kind of love that we should all aspire to, right?
Mm.
Um, but yes, he's there. He was a prankster, though. I think he was a prankster. He's showing me um, giving her flowers, but like they have like a water gun in them and it shoots water out. So anyway, but underneath that, solid gold guy, you know, do anything for you. So I'm sorry for your loss. What a great guy. But yes, that's him visiting her, and he loves her very much.
Aw. Agape, I might be saying the name wrong.
That's
Had
right.
Yeah, had asked what deck. It's the Oracle of the Seven Energies, which is a Colette Baron Reed deck, which I absolutely love the imagery, and it's just simple like me, and it just starts to open up the story. So I love this deck a lot. It's a Oracle deck. So um, all right, and I was just going to acknowledge a couple of the
Oh, Christine,
your
I'm so
cat.
sorry for your loss, dear. Yes, she is free now and she's fine. And I also like the
Mhm.
way Kevin said she communicates directly. That's such a really good point. Some people on the other side are like, hey, this is what I want to say. And then other people sort of are effusive with like emotions. So she's very good communicator. All right.
Mhm.
Thank
All
you.
right, maybe time for one more.
Yeah.
All right. And thank you for those super chats,
Thank you,
super
guys.
stickers.
Beto thanks
She,
you. Thank you. The state of Texas thanks you because we're going
there
to
you
hopefully
go.
get a Democratic governor here.
All righty. I'm just clearing those guys. Um,
Oh, while you're doing that, I'm going to jump. And Martha says, any messages to help me get through chemo this week? She has 3 more weeks
ah,
to go and she's feeling discouraged. I'm so sorry, Martha, dear. Yes, honey, I'm going to give you some encouragement. You're going to be fine. Um, this is you're sort of in the, you know, like they're showing me an ocean and you're in the swell. You're like down here, and then you're going to kind of come back up again. This energy is carrying you. I know you're tired, and I can't even begin to imagine how tired you are, what you're going through. But I want you to know that, honey, believe me, they're literally carrying you along. You're going to be fine. Also, they're saying maybe if you can eat more nutritiously, like if you're not feeling like you want to eat, what you do eat, really make it count, because
hmm,
you're not getting enough nutrition. That's also part of the problem. You really need more protein in your diet and more iron. Okay, so that's what I would have just really quickly for you. I just wanted to shout you out and say that we're all sending you love, we're all sending you
mhm.
light. Okay, and take really good care of yourself, dear.
What's her name?
Martha, I'll put her up real
Martha.
quick.
Yeah, beautiful Martha. I can see the energy and the medicine of the polar bear around you. And in that, the medicine that the polar bear brings is the power and the wisdom, the deep knowing that you will be okay in this, and the peace. So just call upon the energy of that polar bear to really help calm you in this time. The grounding, the heaviness of the polar bear is what you need. So it's like, oh, it's so beautiful. I just got the chills. It's like he's wrapping you in the fur. Just be with that energy. And yes, you will be okay. Blessings to you. Oh, beautiful. Okay, we're going to go to...
And thank you, SCR Dakar Brown. Thank you so much.
So kind. A Goatee Man. A Goatee Man? A Goatee Man? That's a cool name. Am I saying that right? And are you still here? A Goatee Man.
The dogs are playing because they want their dinner, so they're wrestling on the bed right next to me. And you can hear it. It sounds like I don't even know what it sounds like.
It's like music to my ears. They're here. Perfect. I love it. All right. I love it. The only animal that actually kind of gets under my skin, I'm totally like, you didn't ask this, but I'm sharing, is a rooster. Is a rooster.
Okay. I'm glad you shared that with us, because now your secret is safe with us. We're not going to send you rooster things or prank you with any kind of rooster sounds. We would never do that. You are safe with us.
Yeah, the rooster.
Rooster. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. With the cock-a-doodle-doo kind of thing? Is that the thing? The 5 a.m. wake-up call?
4 a.m., 4:30, 5, 5:15, 5:30.
Okay. Well, you need to fire your rooster then.
Yeah. All right. Okay. And they are here. Sunny Intuition, thank you so much. So
thank
kind.
You so much.
A Goatee Man. A Goatee Man. A Goatee Man. A Goatee Man. Oh, okay. Why am I making it so complicated?
It's okay. They like watching how the sausage is made. It's okay. Goatee. It's okay. Listen, we're connected to spirit. We're not our normal selves. Totally. Not that I'd be any better, but it's my excuse. Gosh. I'm sticking to it.
They're like, I would like to buy a vowel.
They're like, let's see if he gets it. I got $5 if he gets it. Okay. Yeah. All right. Lisa, that's sweet of you to rescue the roosters. Okay, let me concentrate on Dennis while my dogs are wrestling. I'm going to mute myself.
A Goatee Man, would you understand? I get the feeling that Dennis is acknowledging, taking responsibility for his passing. He's making me feel that from his perspective, there is a sense of responsibility that he's acknowledging. And you don't have to go into detail there. If you just understand it, that would, I feel like I'm with him. It feels,
And let us know, Vince, if you're a Goatee Man, let us know if you're here, if that makes sense for you. And why am I getting tennis? Do you play tennis? Did he play tennis? Did he make fun of tennis? It's not, I don't feel like it. I feel like he's sort of making fun of somebody who plays tennis. What do you got?
This is crazy, because I wrote this down before that I couldn't place it, and I knew that it was going to come out, but I wrote the tennis racket and racket sports, and I knew that there was something here. They said to look down on my page. Anyways.
What? Well, now we just need a Goatee Man to tell us if this makes any sense, or maybe there's somebody else here. Oh, he never controlled his drinking. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I feel like with him.
Kevin is always right on the money. I felt reckless, like he was reckless, made reckless decisions. If the tennis doesn't, or the racket sports doesn't make any sense, that's fine. But let us know. There's some reason why at our very last reading of the night, the spirit was like, we're not going to leave you hanging, Kevin. We're not going to leave you hanging. Susan, say racket sports. Okay. We got each other. It's good. God, I'm sorry, my dogs. She sounds like I don't know what she says. No tennis or sports. Bummer. All right,
There's
we got
something about the racket. Okay, I know this is it, but
okay.
just
Go for it.
watch for the racket. There's something about the racket. And that's just it. So it feels like it'll make sense. Just watch for it, kind of in the obscure way, something, I don't know, just be open to the sign of something. There's some significance around that racket and you won't miss it, but it's a racket.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I think it's funny. There's some kind of funniness about it. Like, like you might have a family member who has taken up racquetball and you didn't know or something. It's like something, a joke you two would share about somebody else. Like, look at him and his handball or his racquetball or something. It's something funny about it. I don't know, Jennifer, if it's your cousin. Your cousin could be jumping in on this. They do that, believe me. It could be Jennifer Booth is saying her cousin played tennis. A Goatee Man, would you guys share a joke between you? You know, would you guys like be hanging back at the family or like at a gathering and be like having a little side joke about something? That would make sense. That would help me make sense of it. But if not, then it's maybe it's not, that's not what I'm getting. I'm so sorry for everybody that we didn't get to answer your questions. The next time Kevin and I come on, he's already a team member, thanks to Aiden. Check out Aiden's channel too. And he'll be able to just run this thing like the producer that he is.
I will do it gladly. He wants to go into the message of
Okay.
you doing the work, and now that you have the perspective, it's like this. I can see you on the wings of like the bird, and you've got this perspective, like the higher view of things. And in that, you know what to do. I just keep hearing that you know what to do. So there's something about you knowing what to do. And that little bit of self-doubt, it feels good. The energy of it is, yes, there can be risk involved, and of course be safe in all of it, but there is encouragement that you know what to do. And so that feels like the message that's coming through from him. Yeah.
That feels spot on. That feels spot on. Trust yourself, dear. Trust yourself. I think you might sometimes be a little bit of a perfectionist. And sometimes that holds us back, right? If we can't do something just right, or the risk of not doing it right holds us back. So I agree 100% with Kevin. That's a great message. Kevin is an amazing medium, you guys.
Thank you, Susan.
Truly,
Lynn.
really,
this was a treat. Oh my gosh. And you're
so
like,
sweet.
What a lovely chat. Everyone was so kind and patient and accommodating. I love it. Thank you guys so much.
It's the house he needs to buy. That came up in a reading. Oh, okay. You guys trip me out. You guys have YouTube names, and then you have your other name, and then I don't know who you are. And, y'all are tripping me out. Okay. It's the house you need to buy. So what do you think about that, Kevin? Do you think that that Dennis is saying to buy it, or to take it more seriously? I feel like what he's saying. Be more serious or take it more seriously? What do you get?
I keep hearing you know what to do. So it's like, we can call upon that. And if we listen to when that lines up with what we know is right for us, then it's sometimes taking that leap of faith. And we looked at that, and they're reminding me about we look at that as like being brave, and bravery is great. And we recognize it as that. Stripped down, it's simply a choice, and sometimes those can take a lot to actually make them, but that's what life's about. It's not about I made the wrong decision, right decision. You make your next best decision. So that feels like the energy of yeah, you have the choice. So love it.
If I had a microphone, I would just drop it right now. I would just drop it. Okay. I'm telling you guys, this guy is the real deal, for real.
Aw, bless you.
Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight, spending your time with us. And so sorry we didn't get to answer some of your questions, but I hope those that did get their answers found it healing. And I just want you guys to know that we're sending love and light out to each and every one of you, right? And I know you send it to each other because this community is the best.
Aw. So wonderful. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Susan Lynn, for having me.
Thank you so
much. We'll do it again.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah, we'll do it again, you guys. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a wonderful night and a great week ahead. And check out Kevin's channel because he does lives twice a month. You can dial in and get these questions answered and connect with your loved ones. So please check out his channel, okay? Thanks, everybody. We'll see you guys soon.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Take good care.